All right, so I literally just got this budget back for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to give you a little college lesson here, you know, before you go back home. So, yeah, this is the breakdown for everything. Yeah.
Is the bold like the actual price?
Yeah, we can be out. Yeah, $1.3 million.
You said $500,000.
Oh, I'm aware of what I said.
Where's it going into?
Yeah, exactly.
Total post-production, $400K for...
Dude, Dom, you gotta edit this, bro. You can't afford that. That's the whole budget. That's the whole budget.
Music for $47K.
Graphics and finishing. Like, dude, I could finish for free, you know?
Editor for $250K. So it's half of that's all just the one guy in the room.
Bro, how is that possible, though? Guys, just so you are aware, like, I got a final budget back for the movie, and I'm like... I don't think I can make it with, like, what are we missing here? Guys, this is real as
$8K per day.
To edit?
To edit.
Bro, that's Dom's yearly salary right now. That's Ashley's yearly salary, but legit. You tell me you can edit this. Can you edit, bro?
For $249K.
Do you think I'm getting, like, my money's worth there? Or, like, it's gotta be, like, 10 different guys.
You can talk this down, right? Because
I thought, look at this.
There's no loan, there's no loans at all. This is, like, all you.
Somehow, yeah, dude. Market's down, bro. I'm gonna have to cash everything.
I would talk some of this down. $42K for just for lighting, gaffing. Gaffing for $42K.
Bro, they're using words that I ain't even familiar with.
They're gonna give you a swing.
A gaffer ain't even a real guy.
There's a swing for you for $7K.
Can you define what that is?
Not a swing.
What's a gaffer?
Gaffer is for like so someone sets the lights.
Why don't they just call him the lighting guy?
I don't know.
Why? Who's a grip? What's the grip do?
Grip are people who like bring the equipment over, like from the trucks.
Why don't they call him equipment man?
They grip the equipment over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's all the money going though? We gotta figure out.
How much are props? $10K for props?
Is crafty.
What kind of props used in the movie?
Juggies, if there's somebody out there that wants to be a production assistant for free and work on this movie, let me know, because that's $15,000. I can't afford that. People spending $6K in food. Bro, we shop at Whole Foods, ain't spending that much.
How big of a crew is it?
That's what we're finding out. I pictured maybe a few guys. They might have spec'd me out for like
guys? Have you seen this budget? It's not a few guys.
Whoa, wait, dude. Hold. Is this for the trailer of the movie, or is it? No, that's a rental of it.
$72K?
Are we renting like a 30-foot long trailer? Wait, who's staying in a trailer?
How many trailers are you renting?
We got a campground. We're starting a campground.
What's $72K for?
Bro, do we have A-list talent on this?
2.4K a day for just trailers. Why do you need trailers?
Dude, there's no stars in this. I'm not getting a trailer.
You can audit this, right? You can like tell them you don't need trailers.
Bro, we just started Uncle Larry's trailer for $12,000 in the Psycho series. And like, it got demolished. Something ain't adding up here. Wardrobe, $56,000. That's like Ashley's budget for wardrobe. Could you imagine you have $56,000 go buy some clothes?
Dude, I'd have a field day.
Bro, am I getting?
Yeah.
I'm getting bamboozled again. Is Brian Spitz running this?
I think it's one of those things like a car mechanic where they just like, tell you the price, and if you don't question it, you pay it, and they get the final.
Oh my god.
But because you're actually looking at it, like we don't need trailers.
All right, camera equipment. That's expensive.
This is where I thought the money would be at. Not
right. So maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe they think I'm Spielberg and we're doing this big thing, but like. Yeah, it's just, hopefully I can get this down.
Camera car? You use a camera car?
Dude, we're getting all the fancy rigs, you know? $30,000 for camera support. What is that? Like just a rig?
I'm guessing the guy making sure the camera's good. Locations for $6K.
Bro, how do I pay for like a part? Like what is, I don't understand. Permits and fee? Okay, all right. Travel and lodging. Bro, when we shot Psycho Family the doc, everyone was staying at the Days Inn and that was like $80 a night. I don't know. It must be staying at the Four Seasons for $100,000. Whoa. There's that editing budget. $100,000. Wait, why is he editing for 24 weeks? That's half a year, bro. I'm trying to get this out soon.
How long is, what's the timeline for this?
It's 30 days filming, but then I only picture like 30 days editing. And it's not like you got like 6 years footage or something, you know?
I don't know if it'd be 30 days for editing.
Say even 60 days, but like 24 weeks.
That's half a year.
I'm just paying for some guy's rent for...
That's 8 months.
I got a separate guy for just color alone?
For $20K, yeah, you do.
Wasn't that what the editor's doing? If he's a lead editor for 6 figures,
it's a separate guy. The editor...
Legit?
The editor's putting the clips together. The colorist is the one just adds color.
Bro, you just go on Final Cut and just add the filter.
You're paying $20K for the guy to go on Instagram ad like this.
Right.
Jeez.
See, the original score and music, that's something I would be fine spending a lot of, so like that's reasonable. I feel like can we just cut so much congeal stuff together.
Original score, that's gonna be cool.
That's dope.
$35K for that.
And if that's what, hey, that's fine by
That's
me. If
pretty
that's
cool.
what
That's
that
pretty
costs.
cool.
Editorial suite. This dude is like editing from a suite in a hotel. $1,800 in postage stamps.
Production
Bro, we're mailing the movie out to people to watch.
The production software, $3K for just the software. You can just get it cracked online.
Liability insurance. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Bookkeeping.
Bro, so this is the 1.3 million, 1.3, almost 1.4 mil. I can't, dude. I can't. There's no way I can justify that.
Movie's done.
All right, guys. So, yeah, he was just watching, binging Game of Thrones, and I'm like, dude, you got to see this because this is a raw reaction right now. I just got this.
Because I've been to film school for 2 years, but I've seen budgets like this before, but I haven't seen it from the eyes of someone who's paying.
Like a customer.
No. I haven't seen a budget through the eyes of someone who's paying for all of it.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm the camera guy. Oh, cool. I'm getting paid this much.
Right.
But you're paying for all of this.
Right. Usually, you don't get to talk to that person who's financing the movie.
Talk it down as much as you can.
Well, no. Here's my honest thoughts right now. I do feel the bamboozlement. I do feel. Yeah. I feel like because I was very firm about a $500K budget. This is 2-3x that, and I do feel like it's like completely missing the mark. Like I was very clear about it. So I feel like it is like let's just try and squeeze young YouTube kid for more money. You know.
You've told them in calls, I'm $500,000. You told them $500K.
Pretty firm with that, and it's not even in the ballpark.
Tell them.
I feel like like you said, I feel like it's like they gotta like throw the highball out there to just feel me out and see if like even if I'm remotely like, oh yeah. And then they're like, you really want, because they can always, it sucks because they got somebody who's pot committed financially. Yeah. They got somebody who's creatively driven on this thing and who's so bullheaded to get all these things done. And they could just creep on the videos and be like, he like is desperate. I don't know if it comes off as desperate, but like he's making this movie and like, if we can sell him on this vision, like this is how perfect it's going to be.
It's like the car mechanic. They send you the whole thing. And
you need your car fixed.
They expect, exactly. And they expect you just to pay it blindly, but you're actually taking the time to sit down, and I don't think most people would.
Yeah, because what are you gonna do? You're gonna then go drive to another mechanic and go through this whole process again.
Yeah. So you're not gonna do that. But if you test them, if you say, hey, I don't want this, they'll listen. And
here's the kicker too. Classic sales tactic. They gave me this. They gave me a second option for a little bit less,
but we're still way over.
right. Yeah. But this one's better though. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's this one. You don't want that. That's the expense. But you want this one though. And it's they make me think I'm getting a good deal with the second one.
In your response, instantly lowball them. Like go completely lower than even maybe you want.
It's a $250,000 budget now.
yeah. And then they'll give you like a $750K one.
Right. And production, if they're watching this guy, hey, it's just all real. No, it's fair game. You know, I got a meeting tomorrow, and this has been part of the course for all these other production companies. Yeah. And it's getting to the point, guys. Here's where my head's at. It's a Rigid Studios production. Not a hiring another company, but like it's time for Rigid Studios to do it. Because I was doing the math. For these numbers, for the trailer rental number alone, I could get my own Ari Alexa, full kit, full soup to nuts, get a couple big rig cameras, and then I just got to hire like the actual crew I want, say 3-4 guys, and then we shoot it all ourselves. And then for that YouTube series we were talking about, we're going to have a lot more freedom and fun. Because the second I start going a little bit more, I guess, like corporate to professional, we're going to lose that raw edge that I feel like will really make this movie.
The heart.
Exactly.
And they just gave you the full recipe.
Right. Yeah. Now I get to see.
They gave you the secret ingredients, so now you can just copy it.
Right. I get to see the inner workings, and and seeing the costs. Like say that score, the original score. I'm like, oh, I like that. Like where that budget lands. To where like I could see a day maybe where Rigid Studios is printing out one of these.
Yeah. And now the pricing around in the industry. So if you want to go on your own and make your own like budget list of and reach out to people privately, you have numbers to base off of now.
Because I mean, you figure Psycho Family cost $75,000 to make.
That's the trailers alone.
Yeah, and this was $1.3 million to make. Now, granted, Psycho Family was doc. Yeah. This is like its own project. You know, it's a bit different. You know, but still. What we pay, like if I just had the cameras, that's a huge cost right there. Hire the crew, which we don't need anything big. The editor, we can definitely find somebody cheaper than that, who's also just as good. I still don't understand that one. The music, cool, all good. Can have plenty of time to get it all done. And then we were submitting to festivals anyway. So it's like, it's not like, I don't think they're going to be facilitating like too many deals or whatever. I feel like if the movie's good, we're solid at you know, one of the things. So that's where my head's at right now, guys. And I don't know how much of this is making the final cut for you guys on YouTube, because it is like pretty intense. But this is what I kind of wanted for the series. This one might just come out on the second channel, because I want the actual making the movie series to be a bit more entertaining. But I might just put this out maybe on some random channel, maybe in a third channel or something.
Hey, TikTok.
Yeah, because this is like for those film people that are just super heavily interested. It's crazy looking at these figures too. It's almost like as if it's $4.50, but like this literally $4,500.
Yeah,
like it just looks small compared to everything else, but like it's still a lot of money. To where it doesn't make any sense. Every single time I've been on any kind of traditional film set, TV set, anything like it, it's been miserable. It's been too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen, very slow process. Everything's coming out like in drops, whereas like everything that we've done for YouTube, it's been like a flowing stream, and it's been so cost effective. And like really the only thing we were missing for like MVE would just be high-end cameras, audio guy, better editing. We even had our own album and music for that, where we could just get even better stuff, a score and all that noise, and
distribution.
Yeah, that's it. It's not that much different. So might just be, you know, the man type vibes, and rebels with a cause, and Rigid Studios about to be on the map. I feel like it's a lot more charming story too, you know, end up at the festivals and it's like, this guy did everything.
Self-funded, self-produced.
Yeah.
It's safety too. You know, the insurance is paid for, the permits they'll take care of for you.
Well, what's crazy is Rigid Studios has both of these insurances covered. We have that.
Yeah.
We don't have the E&O. That one's an important one, but I could easily get that.
Do you have postage?
I just bought a few stamps.
Good.
And we have office supplies here.
For less than 1.8K?
Yes, Amazon is very good for that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out.
So how long have you been talking to these guys? How much time have you wasted per se?
I think almost a month now. And here's the kicker: they're willing to make some updates to all this, but they would want $4,000 to justify, which makes sense. They spent a lot of time on this, clearly.
Yeah.
And so they want $4,000 just to like recraft this.
Trailers,
I don't even think there was any of this. I think it was just copy paste from like another one. All right, guys. So I thought maybe you learned something. This is not the first time this happened. When as I mentioned before, me and Kid Behind the Camera were talking about a movie, and we got the same. What I felt like was just bamboozlement of the budget was astronomical. Even though like when I was doing the math in my head writing the script, I'm like, we could pull this off for X amount of money just based in actual reality.
Yeah.
But not everyone functions on that wavelength. There's always a difference between the people setting everything up and the people that are actually the ones doing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's a huge divide between those two groups. But yeah, we got the budget. This is the first look at the budget, and
last.
No, yeah. You know, and I have to wonder, you know, is this going to be kind of a similar experience with other production companies? And if it's anything like these tree guys we're dealing with, or the roof companies, I think it is. You know, if you had a character coming to you in cold email saying, I have this amount of money, here's my vision, and this is what I want to do, they're gonna be like, oh, well, if he has that amount of money to literally waste on a movie he wants to make, then he's probably got a bit more on his hands. Let's see what we can squeeze out of him. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot like this. Honestly, my gut vibe is to go all natural, Rigid Studio style. That sounds actually exciting, and I would learn a lot more, and hell, even just to have some literally top of the line cameras around here, because you know, if we want to make more movies, I think Rigid Studios could just become like a whole thing organically. That's where I'm leaning towards. But let me know in the comments below if that makes, if you'd rather see that version than say a production company. The thing with the production company is at least they handle a lot of the logistical stuff, legal, just like kind of that annoying scheduling, you know, reaching out to people, finding talent, all that stuff. I also don't think it's that terribly complicated. It should be a bit more work, but it's not. It's what I've already been doing, you know?
Yeah.
If it means saving hundreds of thousands of dollars, then yeah, it sounds pretty good.
I think you should still try to like talk to them, but also at the end say, I'm looking at other companies now too.
Yeah.
Scare them with that line.
I mean, they do. They should know that. I think I definitely mentioned that before. Yeah, I'm still gonna feel out. I want to send guys. I'm not off the production company wagon. See what we can do here. I'm gonna send a whole nother batch of emails to more production companies, and in the meantime, start thinking about how we can do this ourselves. Honestly, this ain't gonna save a lot of time, a lot of money. Might have a lot more fun, a lot more creative freedom, and we could probably make a much better YouTube series around the making of the movie because like I don't have to worry about any other third parties getting in the way, because like it reminds me of other like the situations I wanted to avoid was situations like this where all of a sudden we're on set and production company's like, hey, I got to play off other people's schedules, and all of a sudden bleeding cash to where I'd be afraid I get into business. We're 20 days into the shoot, and then all of a sudden things aren't going well, and then literally the tap is just the bill's just running, or all of a sudden the editor's like, oh, but we need to do this right here, and then I just keep getting squeezed, and then it's like a 4 or 5 month ordeal, and it's $2 million because like I'm 1.3 in at that point, and then they're like, oh, you want it to be perfect though, like we're not necessarily done. You want to finish right, you want to finish strong, and then it's $2 million. Who the knows? Terrifying. That's a terrifying situation when you get trapped like that. But yeah, guys, I don't know. To be continued. The movie making, the Hollywood business. Well, guys, my mom was. I just got all that on video. She was talking about something.
There's not enough videos out about that too. That's something that
nobody knows what you're talking about. Thankfully, guys. She was anyway. Talk about weird outro here. So that was a week ago when Yakes and I looked at that budget. Needless to say, I don't think we'll be going with that production company. I have talked with others in the meantime in the past week, and things are looking much better. They're much more in line with that $500K budget that I requested. I actually kind of confronted the production company about this crazy budget, and it got a little spicy. So I'm not sure if that's gonna pan out at all. They said they would get me an updated budget, been more closer to what I'm requesting, but I'm not crossing my fingers. Like I said, it's already been a week. I think they're pretty much like this guy. So yeah, but in the meantime, these other production companies are looking much better of a fit, and who knows, by the next time we give you guys a movie update, hopefully it'll be pretty good. It's kind of like having like the roofing people going on right now, or my mom cutting my hair. Like I can get a pretty decent job done. The she did.
you don't see me, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, it makes a great analogy. It's like I can have my mom cut my hair for $0, and it's still as good of a job as if I'm paying a lot of money to have a professional do it. Granted, this is small change compared to a movie, but it's the same with the roofers. You can pay double the money for the same quality of work. So like I'm really, as eager as I am to get started, I'm really diligent in making sure that I get a really good deal for this film, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and the product is the movie. Whereas as we like to see it as this creative endeavor, it's just so much freaking money down. $500K is literally buying a house in cash for a film, for something that's literally 90 minutes that people will watch and could potentially just forget about. So it's pretty crazy. It's a gamble. So if you're taking a gamble, you want to make sure that who you're gambling with, like the blackjack table, like you got pretty good company around. At least you can suffer together if it sucks, or if it wins, you win as a squad. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I know I sure did. It was a lot. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and hope you enjoyed this real raw piece. And if you have not seen, I tried to get a new McJuggerNuggets cameraman, Paul Trout. Yeah, Mom saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she had that same reaction when we were shooting the Disney songs video, but
it's awkward.
yeah, I think that's an understatement. But if you have not seen the video on the main channel, go watch that. Trying to make movie moves on the McJuggerNuggets channel, as well as the real stuff on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. Love you, Jay's death, and don't forget to keep it rigid.